I do realize now that probably when this video comes out, it will be spooky season. It's probably been spooky season for a bit now, which is good, because I've got some spooky films in the mail, which is wonderful, and I've got some non-spooky films as well. Got a mixture. I will note, I'm currently filming this in September. I think I filmed quite a few in the mail videos of late, and they kind of becoming a once-a-week thing, which is fine. You know, it's fine. I was expecting to not film anything this week, but then I forgot, oh yeah, I kind of had an Amazon order for, like, the Terrifier movie, and then I did another one for some Carpenter films, and then I went to JB, so, you know, it's I can never trust myself, can I? So, first up, this one came in today, so I have yet to watch either of them. This is All Hallows Eve and Mischief Night, you know. This is a double feature. I do have Terrifier coming in the mail as well. I put them in the same order, but obviously one will come either tomorrow or Wednesday, and the other one came in today. So, All Hallows Eve, as you can see, does have the clown from Terrifier, which is the main reason I bought it. Outside of there was one left at Amazon, it was like $30. So I figured, sure, why not? It's an anthology film. I haven't heard anything about Mischief Night. I don't think these two are really well regarded to begin with at all. But at the same time, I'm not against watching some B-movie horrors, you know. All Hallows Eve, I think, plays enough on the idea like Trick or Treat did, but maybe without the expertise, I'd say, because again, Trick or Treat is a better anthology, because it's not really an anthology, it's all connected into like the one night, whereas All Hallows Eve, to my knowledge, is just like 3 individual stories, and they all vary in quality. So yeah, I'm not expecting to get much out of these two when I do watch them, but I'm, you know, it's a thin pack, Halloween double feature. I'm not going to watch them for Halloween, because I spend all of my fucking year as it is watching horror films, so I don't like to participate in specific events. Sure, maybe Christmas will be some Christmas movies for the month of October, spooky season. I'll do a bit more horror films. In this case, I'm going to probably watch both of these two and Terrifier. I mostly just want to watch Terrifier before Terrifier 2 comes out, and I want to watch All Hallows Eve to kind of get more context. It's probably not necessary, but hey, why not? That's the reason I bought it. Then I went to Jabé and got some imprints. So we got Bloody Sunday. Was a Paul Greengrass film. Obviously comes with a slipcover, which is nice. A lot of special features. I haven't been able to watch this one yet. I had a very, very busy weekend with family and my girlfriend and everything. And it's not even a long weekend in September yet. I just happen to have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. And went to Chadstone on the Friday with my partner. And we bought some stuff. I bought some figurines as well, but I won't show them off. They're like Pop Mart. That place. Her and I like to go there, buy mystery boxes. I get some Harry Potter stuff or Snoopy stuff, or some other random labels that aren't specifically highbrow labels that they have there. I say highbrow because they usually have certain characters that are usually of their own creation, or with a cross with another brand that I don't know about. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just buy random shit that I like and could be cute, whatever the crap. They're just little thingies. Nothing overly big, you know. Either way, after I did my long browse, I found in the $10 bin Blood Simple, which I had considered getting for a while. I got it for like $6.50 or whatever, so it wasn't actually $10. But, you know, I've watched this on the Criterion channel, and it was really bloody good. This is the 4K remaster. I know it's the same one that Criterion has, and I probably didn't need to buy this version, but at the same time, it's cheap and easy to buy, and I like the film. If I want to get the Criterion, I will, but I'm happy enough to spend $6.50 on the same transfer, so with quite a good amount of special features, because this is the official director's cut, and it does have an intro by Mortimer Young, an interview with Joel and Ethan Coen, an interview with Emmett M. Emmett Walsh, an interview with John Getz, and an interview with Frances McDormand, as well as a fake trailer. I don't know what the fake trailer is all about, so yeah. But, good film. Next up we have Damn the Defiant, which was the American title. It's also called, like, the HMAS Defiant or something like that in the UK. It's one of those classic sword and sandals, but on a ship mutiny movie. So yeah, I figured, sure, why not? It's got a lot of good reviews online. I do like these kind of films. I really like Master and Commander. That one is particularly amazing. So I do like these films every so while, you know. So I'm actually pretty keen to watch this one. 1962, buttload of special features as well. Always good for IMPRINT. I did like a whole thing where I was looking through a lot of different IMPRINT titles that they had. They had a lot of ones that were currently out of print, including like Julius Caesar and Barabbas. I had like the Longship and a couple others. I got the Longship. I've heard the transfer's terrible, but you get what you're given, I guess. I decided to go against buying Julius Caesar because I didn't care to buy it, and I didn't care to buy Barabbas, which I've heard it's a really interesting idea for a film, and I probably should get it at some stage, but the problem is that, like, the transfer apparently isn't very good. Like, they say it's from, like, the best sources that they can find and whatever, but even on Blu-ray.com, the reviewer's saying how, like, the DVD looks better than the Blu-ray, so sometimes it's like, you know, I don't know, do I really want to spend $30 on a film that looks like shit? That even though it's limited edition per se, and also isn't a very easy film to get on Blu-ray to begin with, that doesn't really have any good original source materials anymore, like as in original prints. So it's a big tricky one that I'm very fussed over when it comes to IMPRINT. I had a lot of time on my hands because my girlfriend didn't arrive for another 2 hours hour and a half at Chadson, so I had plenty of time to kind of like look around, see what I wanted. There wasn't even a sale on. I just bought these films. The only sale was technically Blood Simple. But the other one I bought was Body Parts. I've been eyeing this for a while. It's one of those, crazy, guy gets a surgically implanted piece of someone else's body, the person turns out to be a murderer. That kind of classic thing. There's a lot of films like that. Even the John Carpenter film Body Parts, which was meant to be a anthology TV series, which became just an anthology film, has the exact same thing where it's just 3 different parts. But I think it was the one directed by Toby Hooper, which was about a guy. It was Luke Skywalker loses an eyeball when he gets it replaced with a different eyeball, and it becomes the eye of a killer or some bullshit. So, yeah. But, that's a cute idea for the half an hour thing that it is. It doesn't really explore too deeply into it and doesn't really do much else with the idea. But, a feature-length version where it's someone's arm, it's like, I'm pretty sure they've done this before. My dad had seen one as well, which I can't remember what it was called. It was like a one-word title kind of thing, just about, maybe it's called Arm or some bullshit, but Oh, okay, weird. Hi. Just gonna mention, I got Terrifier in. This is the Epic release. It is region free, which is nice. I guess it's like probably low budget enough for the film. But it does come with a bunch of special features that you can see there. You got some director's commentary, some featurettes and whatnot. So that's not bad. Behind the scenes, some interviews. A lot of it is just stills, trailers, and subtitles, but, still got a decent amount of stuff, which is nice. I've heard some interesting things about this. It's also nice and thin, and it does come with 2 discs, Blu-ray in black, DVD in white, and alternate artwork as well, which is a bit, not for the light of heart, I guess. So, yeah. Interesting. I don't think I'll pose it with the alternate artwork, because I really like the cover as it is, like, just the simple factor of it just being the clown. But, not bad. I will also note, because I feel a bit tall right now, I did actually fix up the theatre room just a little bit more. In which case, let me show you. So you come over here, you got the Frogs poster. I just kind of have that there. Obviously, it's still in its wrapping and everything. But I have actually changed this area. Unfortunately, it's quite dark. So I'll open the door up for some lighting effects. But I put the Evil Dead 2 poster, which is limited edition, down there. And my Twin Peaks one right there. So you walk in, you get Adrian Brody, Twin Peaks, Shaun of the Dead, and Evil Dead 2. And of course, The Thing and Prince of Darkness. So yeah, I was going to put the Evil Dead one up here, but I kind of like just the first thing that you could see, either the autograph or the We Live Inside a Dream. So I've had those over there on the piano for quite a while now, so I figured I'd fix that up. So yeah, I guess that's all. I'm gonna watch some movies or some TV, I don't know. This way. As an additional, because I do expect to include Terrifier in this clip as well, you know how I made that video that got like currently over 600 views, insane, about how the burden of physical media, and it basically was a video about, well, pretty much how I wanted to buy some John Carpenter films on 4K, but I already had the John Carpenter films on 4K and all that kind of stuff, and the dilemma of buying multiple versions of the same film and all that kind of jazz. Well, I bought those films. I'm going to buy The Fog as well. Really excited for that one. I've heard that's a really good transfer. So far, I've heard. Unfortunately, only 2 of them came with a sleeve, which only bothers me because only 2 of them came with a sleeve. But to begin with, the non-sleeved one, They Live. This is, of course, the 4K edition. Comes with a buttload of special features and everything. I have kept the receipt, so I will move that out of the way for now. You get your disc art. It's not bad. I realise that disc is upside down. Now, obviously, a lot of people might be thinking, Julian, what the fuck are you doing? I thought you said you weren't going to buy these. Yes, but I was actually waiting for them to become reduced, and suddenly they were all like $45 on, actually, I have the receipt. They were, oh, that says $29, that's not right. Oh, that must be in US dollars. Oh, well, screw that for a joke. It's funny. They all jumped down to like $45 each. Just around that. It was like, I think 44 for one, 45.80, and 45.30 or some bullshit like that. So they basically all equated to be like $45.30 or some shit. And I was okay with it because I sold a fuck ton of pop vinyls, and like all in like a week. And I made like, and plus I had like 3 gigs that week, so I made, I made about $1,000 in that week alone. Actually, probably more, because I sold like a $300 pop vinyl. I sold a couple for like 120, some for like 10, some for 15, some for 30. I had like a $240 shift at work. I got an extra $1,200 from work from my other job because I get paid fortnightly. So I got a lot of money within a fortnight period, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy this, because I was going to buy a bunch of figurines, but then decided against one of them, and the other one, the person who's selling it, is currently on holiday, so I have to wait for them to come back home. By that stage, I'll have enough money to buy it, but I'm also saving up for the TV, so I know I'm jumping back and forth. So I decided to buy it. So I bought this. I watched the transfer. I don't yet have the new TV, so I don't have the Dolby Vision and all that. I do have Dolby Atmos, though. I don't have the top speakers, but I do have a Dolby Atmos setup, as in it does. Everything here is compatible with Dolby Atmos. I just don't have the top speakers, which I'm totally fine with. I feel like it could work better, but at the same time, there are a lot of parts, especially in They Live, where there's helicopters. In fact, this and the next film have a lot of helicopter parts, and you could still, there was, at the very back wall, it still felt like it was kind of coming over you, in a way. Like, it just had such an interesting dynamic to the sound. But yeah, so I wanted to just watch the first 10 minutes just to look at the transfer and everything. it still looks fucking good as shit. I will be honest, I just double featured these yesterday because I just felt like it, you know. I hadn't watched any films for like 2 days. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna double. I didn't even want to double feature them. I wanted to watch Man, then I just didn't do that at all. But yeah, I do want to watch them again when I get the new TV that has Dolby Vision. So I still watched them with HDR10. They still looked really fucking nice. This one I had no issues with at all. The audio was good. There's no special features on the 4K disc. It's like 2 trailers and that's like it, which is fair enough. Actually, there is the audio commentary with John Carpenter and Roddy Piper, because there is the Dolby Atmos track, the 5.1. I think it's 2.0 stereo and the audio commentary, so you get a good variety of audio options. I think the 2.0 stereo was like the original theatrical version. I don't think there was ever a mono track for it, because I know that The Fog has a mono track, which is exclusive to their Scream Factory release, same as a Dolby Atmos, and the mono track was actually the original mono track for the film, where there was also a 2.0 stereo and a 5.1. I've only heard this on 5.1, now I've heard the Dolby Atmos, it sounds fucking nice. The film still looks really good. Once I get the new TV and it has, you know, Dolby Vision, I expect it to look just a bit better. I don't really know yet what Dolby Vision does visually, so I'm really excited to see, and now I have all these ones, I can get an idea. But I don't really know if I'm going to watch this, like, immediately when I get the Dolby Vision, just because I don't really think it's a film that I need to watch in Dolby Vision, like, so I don't really mind. However, of course, I got Escape from New York. I mostly got these, obviously. I got these for various reasons. There was the artwork as well. The artwork on this is fucking stupendous. This came with a sleeve, which is great. It's a decent condition sleeve, despite the fact that, you know, it came from Amazon, so it's still curved in at the bases and everything. I hate that they didn't come with a sleeve. I don't care for sleeves, but it's like, I'd prefer one if they could give me one, you know? Because it's only, like, to keep it in uniform. So now I'm wondering if The Fog is going to come with a sleeve if I order it from Amazon, which I most likely will, because I can't order directly from Scream Factory, or Shout Factory. Also, the problem there is that I can't even fucking order the film yet on either website, because it's not available yet on the Australian version of Amazon. So I have to wait, like, another month or something, which sucks. I would have loved to have rewatched that, despite having already seen it earlier this year with the Studio Canal release, which still looks really pretty damn good. So yeah. Escape from New York. Obviously, this has still pretty nice packaging. It has 3 discs, which is very nice. I'm pretty sure I have all these special features anyway, because, and that's like a big convincing reason to have gotten 2 of these 3 films, because they live outside of the Atmos track. Doesn't come with anything new. Like, I've got all the special features. In fact, my Studio Canal version has more special features. So, like, it has a whole documentary and everything. So, I didn't need to get it. I just wanted to, because it was a slim package. It came with the original artwork. It's just Dolby Atmos track. I'm still getting stuff that I don't already have. You know, it fits in different areas. You know, size and sound, mostly. This one does come with special features that aren't on the Studio Canal version, despite being the 4K transfer. In fact, I'm more than certain that, yeah, this one doesn't, and when I put on the film, it didn't actually say, it didn't have the Studio Canal logo. I don't recall it having the Studio Canal logo. This one does. This one even says 4K restoration by Studio Canal. But it also says DTS Master Audio 5.1 plus mono. It does actually have, which I think everyone by now knows, it does of course have Dolby Atmos. It doesn't say it, but it has it. And so it has the 3 tracks to choose from, plus like 3 other tracks, because you've got the audio commentary with Kurt Russell and John Carpenter, the audio commentary with Deborah Hill and Joe Alves, yeah. Audio commentary with actress Adrienne Barbeau and director of photography Dean Cundy. So it has 3 commentaries, Dolby Atmos, 5.1, and mono, which might be considered stereo, but it says mono on the back of here, all on the one bloody disc, which is great. The 4K of it looks fantastic. obviously, I'm pretty sure it's still the same transfer I've seen, but I haven't watched Escape from New York since I got the initial 4K, and I'm pretty sure I had seen it before that. I don't know. I think I had a shitty DVD, but that might have just been Escape LA. Or I'd seen it on Stan or something. I know I'd seen it before I bought the Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray I bought was the standard, the collector's edition 2K scan of Escape from New York. So again, that was a 2K scan. I don't know how many of the same special features it has, but I know that this has more than the Studio Canal version. But I know that I have the 2K scan version as well of this film. So I don't know where, it's somewhere on my shelf, but like, it's just the fact that I do have that version, which I had for a long time. I don't know if I ever watched it. I really don't. I don't know if I ever watched it at all, which is bad on my end, I know. I just can't remember how I watched Escape New York initially, and I think I got the 4K in from Studio Canal on the collector's set, and then I watched that instead. But this still looked really nice. I, again, put this on, was just like, I'll just check out the transfer and the Dolby Atmos, and then I just figured, fuck it, I'm going to watch this whole movie. So I just binged both of them. I didn't check out any of the special features at all, and I'm very hopeful that when the Dolby Vision comes in, this will look a bit better, because it already does look really nice, but it's a very dark movie, like visually, very nighttime-esque. And I'm very interested to see what that looks like in Dolby Vision. Now, of course, it does come with a 4K disc, a Blu-ray disc, and the Blu-ray special features disc. So it comes with quite a package indeed. And honestly, if I was to suggest a version, I would still suggest this. It does still start with the Studio Canal logo, which chunks in the first 30 seconds of the film. But the rest of it's the same film. So, yeah, it's still basically the exact same version as Studio Canal, but the Dolby Atmos track is really nice, and I'm keen to see it with Dolby Vision. I really want to see it with Dolby Vision. I don't know anyone who currently actually, my mate Guy, I think he has Dolby Vision, so I could always check with him, because he likes Carpenter as much as I do, so I think I might like Carpenter a bit more, it's hard to say. But, yeah, we'll see. And last but not least, I got my second favourite John Carpenter film, Prince of Darkness. A lot of people might be thinking, what the fuck? That's your second favourite? This one did come with a bit more dents and damages on the tops, even on the side, unfortunately. But it came with a sleeve, which is nice. I still don't like that it has a sleeve, because those sleeves are really easily damaged. But yeah, the only reason it's currently out is because it actually had chipped at the base there, like that whole part of the base, if you can even see it. Yeah, obviously you can see it, that part there had actually chipped off. But I've glued it back together. I didn't really need to. I could have just thrown it out and moved on with my life, but I glued it back together, and it looks fine. You can't even tell it was damaged. It comes with the Blu-ray and the 4K disc. This came in today. I opened it up about 20 minutes ago. I have yet to, well, 20 minutes ago, maybe half an hour ago. I'm yet to watch the transfer. It does say feature film in 4K and on Blu-ray, new 7.1 Dolby Atmos audio, so that's going to be really nice. In Dolby Vision, HDR compatible, which is just HDR10. So I probably will save this one till I get the new TV, which will probably be after Halloween, unfortunately. But I think I've seen this year as it is. I'm pretty sure I watched Prince of Darkness, a few months ago. I really like watching this film. I think the second time I watched it was this year, and I just loved it. Because after the first time I watched it, I was like, this is kind of weird. But the second time, I really dug it. And I kind of liked the atmosphere the first time anyway. So, yeah. This one does obviously say Dolby Atmos, DTS Master 5.1, and stereo. It does say Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. Yeah, all the good stuff is all written there. So, yeah, and this one as well came with more special features than the Studio Canal one did. I think the Studio Canal one comes with a documentary that this doesn't have, because all three of those have a documentary, and this one didn't come with a documentary. So the Studio Canal one still has that extra oomph, but you know, why not? And also, all the Studio Canal ones are probably in Dolby Vision. I don't think it says. I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't say. It does say Dolby Vision. I'm an idiot. But this is obviously 5.1 master audio and 2.0 LPCM. It does have the same special features, Malevolent Unearthing John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. I believe that's the documentary. There's a DVD compare website, which is really handy to utilize. This has the audio commentary. This has the same audio commentary with the Carpenter and Jason. Sympathy for the Devil which is only on the Blu-ray. Most of the special features are only on the Blu-ray. This has Sympathy for the Devil. This has Alice at the Apocalypse. I believe this one had it as well, but maybe not. No, it doesn't. This one doesn't have the Alice at the Apocalypse. The Messenger doesn't say it has it here. Hell on Earth, a look at the film score. Also doesn't say it has it. It doesn't say it has it there either. Horror's Hallowed Grounds is on this one. Alternate opening from the TV version doesn't stipulate that it has it, and more. But for the most part, this one doesn't have. This one has a documentary, but this one has a lot more interviews. So again, it's a give or take, really. But I mean, look at how thin that is in comparison. It's insane. I can basically fit all 3 Scream Factories in just one slot for this, which is beautiful. It makes me debate whether or not I want to get the thing a standard edition release, just a standard Australian edition release, to put up on the shelf and to put the thing set back behind it. But at the same time, I really fucking love the thing, and I'm more than happy to just leave the big set out because I just really fucking love the movie. So I'm like, yeah, that film and that set has the 4K, it has the Arrow video release, it has the Scream Factory release, and it has another disc, a special features disc of some kind. Maybe it's a Scream Factory special features, because I know I have the score as well, but I've got like 3 different CDs for the score as it is. Maybe just the 2. One was in the thing pack, one was in the bigger Turbine release. But yeah. Either way, that's all for this part. Obviously, I've been rambling on for quite a bit. I know I did make that whole video, and I didn't exactly say in the video that I wasn't going to get these free editions for the John Carpenter films, but at the same time, there was enough argument not to, but it was more of the bigger picture of all these upgrades and stuff. Is it really worth it? A lot of people just said, save your money, don't buy it, all this kind of shit. And it really depends, because I sold off a few things. I was like, sure, I'll treat myself to this, even though realistically I should have saved that money and put it into an ETV, which I currently can't afford because it is on sale, but I'm waiting till I have enough money in my account, knowing that I've got a bunch of pre-orders and stuff as well coming soon. I'm like, I don't want to lose all of my money immediately and then wait, because I gotta wait like another 2 weeks before I get paid, because I didn't work this weekend, but I got paid for 2 weeks ago, and then I'm not getting paid from my other job for another 2 weeks, so yeah. And I spent a lot of money on the weekend as well. I bought new shoes, so yeah. Anyway, that's all for now, and I'll see you next time. Obviously, I'll put in the Terrifier clip somewhere through here, so that will be awkwardly placed in my edit. Have fun with that, me. See you later. Adios.